You know you're a functioning mess when I could literally do this hairstyle from bobby pins that I had previously dropped on the ground.
I am a human tornado. It is finally not 80 degrees in my house. You know what that means. Ultimate comfort time. Hello. Today we are going to do something not different at all. It is a rainy autumn day and I'm feeling cozy. Every year I think that, you know, autumn is gonna be my time. I'm gonna make so many outfits, and then autumn actually rolls around and my brain is like, I don't want to. If anything, this year has intensified that feeling tenfold. Yeah. To rectify this issue, I kind of just wanted to do a video where I just get all the outfit inspo that I've had tucked away in my brain, just all out at one time, and just do a bunch of autumn outfits. And this will also serve as a thrift haul because I did go virtually thrifting. I have some goodies here. Figured I could go through each item that I got, go through a couple different combinations of how I would style this in an autumn way. Now, this video is sponsored by ThredUp. I've been working with ThredUp for a while now, but if you don't know who or what they are, ThredUp is an online thrift store, which is super helpful during these not so pleasant times. Everything on their website is secondhand. Pardon. They have a ton of well-known brands, so you can get your favorite brands for up to 90% off of estimated retail price. And you will see I've got a couple of bougie brand names that normally I would never be caught dead paying full price for. I have always personally loved the kind of virtual aspect of ThredUp just because thrift stores tend to stress me out. So being able to just kind of scroll at my own leisure and in the comfort of my own home was always really helpful, and now especially it is because I only go to thrift stores if absolutely necessary. The way I like to browse ThredUp is just narrow things down with the drop-down menus. Their search function is a little bit different where it's kind of brand focused. Unless you have a very specific brand that you're looking for, you're gonna have the best luck by process of elimination, kind of the things that you want. So choose the color, the size, the cut, the design. You can get very, very specific, and that's mostly how I find the things that I'm looking for. If you guys want 30% off of your first order, you can go to the link in my description. Use my code. So obviously for this round of virtually thrifting, I chose to focus on a lot of autumn themed items of clothing. You good? And this time around, like a lot of times, I did mostly focus on tops, sweaters, that kind of stuff, just because I have learned that when you're a YouTuber, that's mostly all that matters. And I always find myself searching for tops and never being satisfied with what I have. So I wanted to focus on being able to layer things. I think that's kind of an important part of autumn outfits. Just layers and textures. A whole lot of tweed. For these specific outfits that I'm going to put together, I did look up some inspiration on Pinterest. A lot of that inspiration actually comes from old Ralph Lauren advertisements. A lot of photos of rich-looking white people that look like they want to hurt me. But you know, the vibe is there. Without further ado, let's get into the first item, my darling. All right, the first item that I got, super stinking cute sweater from Forever 21. Very autumny, very cute. Sweaters are one of the things that I think super, super easy to kind of schmooze into being a different time period or a different kind of vintage style. The estimated retail price of this sweater was $25, but ThredUp had it for $11.99. So I'm thinking for this one, I will probably put a collared shirt underneath it, maybe with a little necktie. I'm thinking very kind of dark academia vibes with this one. It has a very collegial kind of vibe. Is that what that word means? What does collegial mean?
Collegial can be used as an adjective in North American to mean relating to or involving shared responsibility as among a group of colleagues. Is that the meaning you had in mind?
No. Academic, I suppose, is a way that you could describe this sweater. Also, I like that she says North American like it's a language in itself. What language do you speak? North American. Super cozy, super stinking cute. Moving on. Next is kind of along those same lines of very cozy autumnal sweater, sort of long one, Hampshire Studio. Now this one I very specifically chose because I have been trying to concoct a autumnal outfit with layers that go together, but it is very hard. You kind of need very specific items of clothing for that. A designer, hold on, named Ivy Abbott's. Basically, she had this one collection a couple years ago, I believe. It was like an autumn collection. Someone sent this to me on Instagram and I went down a deep excavation. I have never seen someone kind of layer textures and colors like this designer did for these pieces of clothing, and it just really inspired me. If Lizzie Bennett were to attend college, is how I would describe these outfits. And that's kind of the vibe I'm going for. A lot of those outfits include multiple layers, like I said, blazer, and then a long sweater underneath, and then something else underneath that. I have been on the hunt for longer sweaters, ones that will go a little bit further than my hips. Very Weasley core. So perhaps it'll be like Molly Weasley goes to college, but you know, it's fine. So I will definitely be using this as a layering piece, pair it with different jackets, different dresses underneath. I think it'll add a really nice kind of breakup of pattern and texture to whatever outfit I choose to pair it with. Look at me, I feel like my thoughts are coming out rather coherent today, which is very shocking. And I feel like I probably just jinxed it, so excuse me. So the estimated retail price of this was $30, but ThredUp had it for $10, which is pretty sweet. Next up is a little bit of a different kind of autumnal feeling. This one definitely has some summery vibes, but I felt like the colors were still a little bit autumn. So it is this cute, wow. Yeah, see? Cute, right? There we go. Very cute flowy blouse. Believe it or not, this one is from Hollister. I don't know that I've ever owned anything from Hollister. It was much more likely to find me at the mall. Neighborhood police over here. Put those hackles down, you wild boy. Hey, let me tell you something, our neighbors, they're allowed to exist. On a Friday night at the mall, sitting on the couches in the Hollister entryway, but not actually venturing inside. Sitting just arm's length away from the odorous perfume smell that would overwhelm you if you walked in. And people watching. 15 years or so later, to be holding something from Hollister is quite full circle for me. This is generally the style of top that I have been gravitating towards, almost like that medieval revival thing that's going on right now, which I am totally okay with. Very romantic. For this, I will probably keep it simple and pair it with a sort of autumn colored skirt and then maybe some suspenders. We'll see. The estimated retail price of this was $40, but ThredUp had it for $15. $99? $99. We finally introduced ourselves to our neighbors because me and Nick are super awkward and didn't know how to go about that etiquette, I guess. So they know I'm a YouTuber, and the lovely woman let me know that if she sees me in the backyard, she's gonna be like, "Ooh, what are you doing?" So, oh lady, you're in for a wild ride. So next up is something a little spooky. This amazing top from H&M, cute. Now naturally, attraction to this blouse comes from my girl Katrina Van Tassel. Casual Katrina look. I don't have a great way to style this right now in my brain, but I'm thinking I can just pair it with a dark skirt, maybe a blazer of sorts. Seems super comfortable, it's very stretchy. It's not like super polyester feeling, which I think a lot of fast fashion tends to be. It's also nice because this has never been worn. It still has the H&M tag on it. So the estimated retail price of this was $25, but ThredUp had it for $12.99. I tried to stick around the more affordable things this time around just because I'm a cheap ass bitch. And then, last but not least, you know I had to do it to him. It's a vest. A very luxurious vest that now has cat hair on it. So this one is from Lauf Rollin. That's what I was going to say. So as you can see, we're getting bougie. It even looks bougie. Look at that. Kind of looks like I should be like riding in on my steed, letting everyone know the British are coming. Has a very early America type feel. I think it might be the buttons. I also feel like this is something Bilbo Baggins would wear, which is definitely part of my fashion criteria. I got this because I feel like it would be a really good layering piece, whether or not it is buttoned up. The only velvet waistcoat I have right now is kind of an orangey brown, and it tends to look a little bit 70s, so I wanted to find one that was just a dark brown velvet. So this one was definitely one of the more expensive items that I got, and the estimated retail price of this was $128, but ThredUp had it for $31.99. Those are all the items that I got this time around. I definitely suggest checking out ThredUp if you're interested. It's been really, really helpful for me in my quest not to buy fast fashion. So this way I can still kind of have the brands that I was used to, but it's secondhand. So like I said, if you do want to save 30% off of your first ThredUp order, you can hop on over to that link in my description and use my code for 30% off. Yep, I already said that. Thank you so much, ThredUp, for sponsoring this video. Always a pleasure. I cannot believe that Halloween is next week. This month went by so freaking fast, but I'm very, very, very excited to show you the project I have planned for next week. As a little hint, I love you guys whether you're new or old to this channel. If you're new here and you feel like sticking around, feel free to subscribe. I upload every Friday and we have fun here. And I will see you in my next video. Bye! Probably accommodate the shot for how much I actually slouch like a column. It's better.
Thackeray Binks, eat your heart out.
Exasperating.
Han Solo, but make it 1760.
Uh-oh, here he come. You're about to get the boot, I think. Very cozy. I am very into
Mr. Darcy Who.